up, I usually just like trade or something.
What's going on, fellas? Give me 1 second. What's going on? Give me 1 second, fellas.
He letting us know. Look, he letting us know. You know what I mean?
Hey, you see how he come on the live, right?
You said what happened?
Back on the whip.
With the stunt game.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, fellas. Give me 1 second.
Mitch say, hold on for a second. Let me get in here.
Letting us know.
Give me 1 second. I just got to get
let them know what's up.
Yeah, I got like 4 cars, so this ain't. You know, I got my own businesses, so that's what kind of pissed me off about the whole situation. Give me 1 second. All right, Mercedes.
Bet. He letting us know, man. That's how you let us know, right?
Yeah. That's when you let it know. That's when you let it know.
Turn on massage on driver's side, please.
He letting us know.
Real.
He is not playing.
Turn on the ambient light.
He is not playing. He is not playing.
No, he ain't playing.
Thank you.
He ain't playing. We about to break the internet.
I'm waiting.
He is not playing.
Yo, and real quick, shout out to Reggie for this alley-oop because Mitch actually had a conversation behind the scenes with Reggie. So this all started because him and Reggie had a conversation. And
that's what's up. Shout out to Reggie.
They all said that this was pretty much one-sided and nobody reached out to Mitch to see exactly, you know, what was this brother's standpoint from the whole thing. So, of course, bro, the entire internet wants to know what the hell happened that morning.
Chase,
so
it's crazy.
I appreciate, like I say, fellas, I appreciate y'all, you know, trying to hear my side of the story. The thing was, you know, coming into that event, this is not my first SneakerCon event. This is not it's like my 20th. And like I said, I've been doing this for a while. So when a young man came in, he was like, hey man, how much you want for these Black Cat 4s? And I'm like, you know, I gave him a price, letting him know that the shoe wasn't new for the price that I gave him. You know, it was a shoe that was gently worn. Somebody had tried it on a few times, so it wasn't like it was a brand new shoe. So when he came and looked at the shoes, he sat there for about 10 minutes, man. And he said it in the interview, like people wasn't really listening to what he was saying. They were already judgmental because of the skin complexion. So they didn't even listen to everything. Because if you would have listened to what the guy was saying, he told you in the interview, I checked the shoes out. I took him to my guy. He said, and then that's when I came back. That was an hour later. So he came, he checked the shoes before he gave me the money. And I said, hey, man, make sure you check them, make sure they all good before, you know, you leave my table.
Yeah.
You know, because once you leave the table, it is what it is. I can't verify that you gave me those same shoes back. You going in some direction hidden, and then you come back an hour later. Who can verify that? Like any reseller knows that people swap out. I had partners that did that when they was going through like Foot Locker and all that. They'd go take the shoes, bring them the bogus shoes, and people would let that pass. So
bro, they do that with retail stores.
Yeah, retail store, like literally retail stores, people was doing that. So, you know, when Nike was busting down on all those stores that was selling, shipping out, giving people fake shoes, that was them guys that was taking the real shoes, keeping them and giving them the replicas and making them look like real. So I knew the game. So when he came and he checked the shoes or whatever, I was like, cool, check the shoes. He was like, oh, okay. And it took him, I wish it was cameras there because you would have seen play by play how it went. The Chinese guy or Dpsneaks, whatever his name is, he didn't let the video play out completely. And on top of that, eBay came to check the shoes. Remember, I was on crutches. So at that time, it was no way I could have got away fast enough. The police would have been angry. Nobody was mad at me because we already knew what it was. The Chinese guy did that shit for views. That's how you knew, because he chopped it up. Instead of him just letting it play out, he did a fast segment on a 3-minute video. Who does like that? You know what I'm saying? That it didn't make any sense. So after the guy checked him, whatever, he left an hour. I'm chilling, and the other guy next to me, he was like, man, he was talking to me. Then he came back like, man, you know, something ain't right about these shoes. I say, bro, it took you an hour to come back. We could have waited to eBay. If you wanted to go to eBay, we could have waited to eBay and you checked. No, I'm just saying it was an hour. Yeah, and I don't think I want them. I'm like, well, you went gone for an hour, my friend. I'm not exchanging you no money for no shoes after you left me for an hour. So he leaves off again. Now, imagine, he never met Dpsneaks. He just so-called bumped into this guy, explained the situation, and then that's when they became best friends. That's when he's like, oh, well, we're going to get this guy, you know. So they came over there, Dpsneaks. I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who are you? He's like, oh, I'm just his friend. That's when I really got aggravated. Like, dude, you don't even know this guy, and you just making up this, then you just want to come over here and try to interrogate me like you own the company. So I was like, well, then if you feel like that, then go get eBay. If I had anything to have, I would have been like, oh, shit, let me get this man his money back before it go viral, and then I'll be on here looking crazy. So that was my whole thing of everything. Like, I've been doing this for years. I never had a problem until this guy came up. So he came up. He made it seem like a big issue. I didn't know I was being recorded, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, you guys want to play these games. And the guy was like, the guy that was next to me, like, I didn't like his energy, man. He came at you kind of bogus. I'm like, yeah, he did, didn't he? So I was kind of, amped up off that too. So that's kind of probably where the anger came from, because the guy next to me was like, yeah, he came at you kind of bogus. So I kind of fed into that. I am guilty of that part.
Dang.
But as far as
you said you had crutches that day,
yeah.
dude?
I was on crutches, so I had got hurt.
They really tried to play you, man. They tried to play somebody who wasn't able-bodied at the time.
Exactly.
You know
That's what it was.
And you see me walking out of there with a crutch under my arm at that time, and I'm thinking to myself, like, then they call themselves trying to, gang up on me. I'm like, listen, it's only one of me, but I'm not finna back down. And I got aggressive because I'm like, it's 45 of y'all at my table talking crazy. If you feel like it's something that's wrong, go get eBay. Let eBay deal with the situation.
Yeah.
eBay could come up. They could verify the shoes, which they did, and he did not show that part. That's what pissed me off even more. He didn't show the segments that was really accurate. Show when they checked the shoes. You showing everything else but what you need to be showing. Show when they came over there, because they came over there. Trust me, when he went over there and got them, they came over before I left. I left because the guy was prejudiced. He didn't hear my side of the story. He assumed that the white guy told him, well, he's going to give you back the money if the stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you back. He left here, checked those shoes, and he go back an hour. And I'm like, you can't prove that I sold him no shoes, meaning I didn't sell him those fake shoes that he brought back or whatever he said they were. I sold him originals. That's they have my whole words misconstrued. That's why I'm like, you said I ain't selling the shoes. I sold him original shoes. He brought back some that he already had the sizes for, because when he came and asked me, he came and deliberately asked me for those sizes. Who comes and asks a person for two sizes that you just all of a sudden just need? Oh, I need a 10 and I need a 12. Okay, you need those two sizes. Why you need those particular sizes? Why not buy the whole boatload from me? Why just buy those two sizes? So he already had this planned out, man.
Yep.
And that's what made me so.
He hit you with the okie doke, the swap.
Yeah, but you know what was so crazy? It's people up in there selling fake shoes, and ain't nobody said nothing to those people, and they blatantly saying that they selling custom shoes. We're a custom shop.
And that's why we wanted to.
I am a custom shop.
That's why
we
wanted to get you in here so we could talk to you, brother, and see what's going on, because we've all seen the tape.
Yeah.
And then we've all seen certain reviewers talk about that situation. And I seen some of the higher ups, you know what I'm saying? I won't mention any name, but I seen some of the higher ups talk about this whole entire situation. And a lot of people want to know, even though you just said it, but I need you to repeat this. When Buddy got the shoes from you for $1,000, were they dead stock?
Right.
Were they dead stock?
No, they wasn't.
No.
No, they wasn't.
Okay,
they were already
so
worn.
That clears that up.
Yep.
So everybody hears that. He said, but he got them for the price that he got them from, because they were not dead stock.
And I explained that. He knew that. And he knew that. And that was the thing. He knew that they wasn't dead stock. He knew about the shoe before, everything happened. So that's why he checked them. He stood and he told y'all in the thing, he checked the shoes before he left. Then they look iffy. How you check them and they look iffy? I'm not finna give you nobody's giving money up if they look iffy. He said that 4 times in the interview. Nobody paid attention to that. They just all of a sudden assumed, oh yeah, you get. No, I didn't. They need to stop that. That's what pissed me off about the whole little thing. Nobody paid attention to everything that was said. If you listen verbatim, you will understand, like, maybe that guy was telling the truth, because what he's saying makes sense. You know what I'm saying? On my behalf. And it's just like, you have so many racially motivated people that was talking all this. No, you're not going to come up to my store and do shit. I was letting, it's cool that they was talking that and the thing, oh, we should do this. Do it. If you do it, then you're not going to live about my store. I'm a nice person. I don't do shit, no bogus business, because I have stores. Why would I, jeopardize my reputation and my stores for some $1,000 shoes when I got 3 cars? I don't need $1,000. That didn't benefit me. What would have benefited me more was me making a new client.
Yeah.
This guy he wanted to go and make something out of nothing.
So do you?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
Go ahead, Ace. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah, what I was going to say is because, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch. They didn't make one video; they made multiple
Boy,
videos about this.
that was the most views he ever got. If you look at all his views together, no views hit that marker of a million sales. I mean, million views.
And just to let you know,
and he was clout chasing.
Yeah, and you may not see a lot of people in the room right now, but just
oh yeah, just
I'm telling you, when this replay goes out, the D's of the world gonna see this. The D's of the world gonna see this.
I appreciate y'all just hearing my side of the story. It's not, the thing was, if it was accurate, that would be cool. I would have been ashamed of myself, and I wouldn't even have cared. But the way he played out everything, that didn't make no sense, man. I mean, I just felt like it was so racially motivated. It was like, you see all these people, y'all ain't calling out nobody that's really selling fake shoes. Y'all ain't saying, like I said, you even sent me the videos, is that y'all want to come at me, a man on crutches. You know, at that time I was hurt. So I was just like, you know, I'm setting up everything and it's taking me longer. And if you see the police, me and the police was laughing, talking it up, having a good time. That's why he smelled at the guy like this is a silver matter. You know, if you want to do something about something, you have to take a silver. And they didn't. They didn't take his silver matter. And if you, in my right hand up to God right now, you can Google any of my stores. I never got closed down for selling no fake shoes. So all those like everything he said was a lie. Google anything that deals with my company, it was never a shutdown or anything.
Right.
Can't nobody ever verify that. You can call any of the cities that I was in and ask them what happened with my company. It'd never be said that I was shut down for selling fake shoes. So he lied about that, and you can Google that. You can go and look me up. You can do all that shit and find out. It's never been an issue with me selling shoes. Never. I'd have made damn near $1 million in half of a year off that shit. You feel me? So it's crazy.
Mitch, that time that you was there, correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Sure.
How many of the big resellers ever got legit check?
None. And that was and I was gonna say that too. They go off the one. Look, it was that one dude. And this is the crazy part. How did he have so many Travis Scotts? I never seen almost 400 pairs of Travis Scotts. I don't care what bot you got. Ain't nobody have 400 pairs of Travis Scotts. Nobody once, and he was selling the shit out them Travis Scotts. Nobody once said, "Oh, let me get these legit checks." Just because he had a big name, people just assume his shoes was real. It's so many people that be selling knockoffs in those events, and people don't question them. But when it's a one guy and he's of a fair skin color, that's when all the questioning go, "Oh, let me check because you're black, and we know black people got a stigma of selling knockoffs." Even at my store,
let me ask you a question, Will. And YouTube, right? You have never seen on the Sneaker Con videos and Got Sold videos,
right?
Being honest here, I'm dark just like you. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm black. I'm black.
Hey, I get it,
person getting interviewed about any shoe.
No
matter whichever shoe.
Never.
Ever.
Never will. You always see the white people giving them praises, or the Chinese people giving them praises, and it's crazy that the Chinese
and let me just chime in real quick, because the people who are viewing us, because we got all people from all walks of life that we chop it up with, that we cool with, you know. So I just want to make sure that everybody who's listening understands that it's not about, you know, race, but the fact of the matter is, you were singled out, and you feel like you were singled out partially because of that, or maybe not even partially, but mostly because of that.
Yeah,
that's not a wrong thing to feel. You get what I'm saying?
Thing, like I
it's
say,
not wrong to feel.
You're right, but like I say, the guy, even the people that was operating the event, they kind of made me feel uncomfortable because I felt like they didn't want to hear my side. They automatically assumed that I was the guy doing wrong. And it's like, dude, y'all didn't even ask me a question. Y'all just assume, like, y'all didn't say, "Hey, buddy, so what really happened?" You like, "No, we're going to get him legit check." They didn't even, that's what made me aggravated me the most, because, you know, I'm from Chicago. So coming to Houston, coming to the South was a kind of different environment for me. So I don't like to feel like I'm just singled out or I'm just being pressured upon, because I feel like we all deserve equality. You know, nobody's better than the next person.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, and my thing was, exactly come to me with some respect to ask her what happened. We want to hear your version. of me get things. They never came at me like that. They never came at me like that, and that's what irritated me the most.
Now, are you gonna go to any other sneaker event ever?
Yeah,
that was gonna be my next question.
My thing is, I'm actually in the process of opening up a restaurant. Like, I got so much going on. I'm always gonna be in the sneaker. Like, this is me. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for 6 years. Ain't no one person gonna stop me from being the greatest version of me. Like, my thing
by
is,
all means. We support
you.
I'm
always
whatever
you
do, we support you. We don't. I'm just asking because again,
these questions gonna be asked later on down the road.
Hey, brothers, listen. I'm not taking none personal. I love you guys because you're my people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never going to take anything personal that comes from my people. If it's from another a race, I may get a little slightly offended because I feel like the pressure be always on us. So
I know.
But
I just
want
to make sure because I got banned from SneakerCon.
You did?
So you know, I'm banned.
How you get banned? How you get banned?
I will explain it. I got banned from SneakerCon because I recognize some tables that were not retail.
Oh.
From major sellers. They have items on their display.
Oh, wow.
That was legit.
Yeah. So because I am very, very knowledgeable when it comes to the UA market.
Right,
and
right.
I know exactly what I'm looking at right off the bat.
Yeah.
When I ask certain questions and you tap dance around it, automatically that's a red flag for me. So I did that with 3 tables, and it was the same story. Right. Where the shoes were coming from, it was the exact same story. 3 different tables from 3 different locations. Wow. And they don't even know each other.
Wow.
So
that's crazy.
To me, it was like, if y'all get the shoes from the same place, the same spot, right?
Right.
Yeah, somewhere there you interact with one of them.
They come like that. They know. Right? See, all the scammers, all the real scammers know each other, and they got this pack where they don't with the real scammers. They with the people that they can get over on. When you got a group of people that's sticking together, that's just like anybody. They're gonna win because they got a team versus one individual that's trying to do something and that's doing something positive, and you like, oh yeah, that's an easy target, that's an easy move out the band, and that's fine if that's what you're doing. But don't play with fire. Sometimes you might get burnt.